What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Gigapower Gigasaur's Chrome version of Gutter. This is their version of a masterpiece snarl. So this was sent to me by G. Tony. Thank you very much for getting this on my way for review. I really appreciate it. Let's take a look at this thing. It is just gorgeous right out of the box. The paint job on this is incredible. This is all metallic paint, I guess chrome paint. The original they called metallic, not to be confusing at all, but then they put these out and these are the chrome version, but they do look metallic. You have pretty much fully covered, except for the thighs and the hip skirt, fully covered in paint all the way through. Let's put the G1 cartoon there so you can take a look. And I really think it looks very nice. Now there are some obvious additional details that didn't exist in the cartoon that they've added here, like little accents and paint features. But overall, I think it does look really nice, and the colors on the chrome are really well done. He does come with a bunch of accessories. So you get this head right here, the red eyes and the red crest, and you can basically just remove this. It's on a ball joint. It is very tight, so it's kind of hard to get it off, but you can just kind of flip it backwards and then pop this on. So there he is with that kind of snarling face. So that's kind of cool. This is probably more for like a toy look. So you also get some other accessories here. You get the gun with the translucent tip here. I didn't put the batteries in, but it does have a light up feature here. There's a switch right there, and that looks really nice. It does have a little attachment for the dyno mode, which we'll look at. And the hands are just like any other hands. So it just tabs in, standard masterpiece style. You also get his sword, and again, another light up feature. You just push the button. I'm not going to put the batteries in. And same thing, just tabs into his hand. And now he's got both weapons. Pretty badass for this guy. You also get this, which actually, is intended for the dyno mode, but you can mount it here if you want to. There are little slots here. Let's see, side of the arm. You can put that there. You can really put it wherever you want. Let's go over his articulation. The head rotates around it's on a ball joint, but it doesn't get almost any up or down. It's pretty limited on how far it can go. The shoulders are on a really nice ratchet here. They rotate all the way around, hindered only by this piece here. Get up on this joint, and I love when they do cover down pieces like this to kind of make it look more natural. You have a rotation at the bicep. You have, we'll take the weapons out for now. You have a single jointed elbow on a ratchet, gets you 90 degrees. Rotation at the wrist, individually articulated fingers on 2 joints each, and then the thumb is on a ball joint. So those look nice. Rotation at the waist, really tight joint here for the waist. For the legs, you have hip skirts here on all 3 sides. Really nice tight ratchet, goes all the way up to there, back to there, out to the side, again on ratchets. I love when they do ratchets on the outer one too, because then it doesn't fall. As long as the A stance is not too far apart, which this one isn't. You do have a 90-degree bend at the knee. It's all the way up to there. Rotation at the thigh. You have an ankle tilt. Goes up to there. And you can actually tilt this here too. So if you need to tilt that heel as well with it, you can. And back to there. The toe does go up and down just a little bit, not too much on this mechanism here. And then you can move the toe just a bit. So there's Gutter next to MP44 Optimus Prime and the Fans Toys version of Snarl Sever. And you can see he towers over both of them, appropriately taller than Optimus Prime and definitely taller than the Fans Toys version. Now, I already did a versus on these 2 guys, so you can go check that out. It was with the weathered version. I kind of think this one would have made more sense, but either way, you can go check that out. I'll link it at the end of this video. All right, now let's get Gutter transformed into his dyno mode. This is one of the easier transformations. It's nice to have an easy transformation for once. Go ahead and open up these panels. You might need a spudger. I use a spudger to get these panels open. Otherwise, you're struggling. So you're going to open these up. You're going to flip the dyno head. Make sure you have this one folded up nicely. That's going to fit inside there, and then close this up. It'll tab back in to the arm. Make sure you have it lined up, and then tab this back in, and there you can see his dyno foot. Go ahead and take the arm and collapse that down, and that's going to make the dyno leg. Alright, same on this side, and again we got to get these panels open. They can be a little bit tight, so use a plastic spudger. Open that up, open this up, fold the dyno leg out, make sure you have the hand all folded, and then tab this back in and close that up, straighten out the paw, and then collapse this down, and now we have our dyno legs for the front. Next we'll work on the back here, so you can come and take this panel here and open that up, flip the head inside, and then close that up. That's going to tab back in. Take this piece here, that's going to come down and just peg in right here. You do want to be careful. This entire piece is die cast. The amount of die cast is crazy. But this piece right here is die cast. You could end up scratching. Just be careful. Put it in gently. It does peg in, but it's just be careful with it. All right. So come to the back here and close up this, and this can just peg in together and stay there. I think I said these were the front legs. These are the back legs. Right, next we'll work on the bottom legs here. So go ahead and rotate the waist 180 degrees. Come to the legs here. I'm going to rotate at the thigh. And you may need to fold it outwards and then rotate it and put it back in. Come to the outside here and open up this panel here. Fold this panel outwards. Straighten this up. And then we're going to get this accordioned all the way down. Make sure you have all the hip skirts flattened out. I'm just going to come and meet here. You can see there's a tab right here. That's going to end up going into the side of the robot right here. So make sure you get that met up and line it up so you don't end up scratching any of the paint as best as you can. And that should peg in just like that. Now we'll do the other side. Open up hip skirts here, fold the leg out, rotate at the thigh, come to the bottom here, fold this panel out, open up this, straighten this up. I'm going to rotate the leg, make sure you close back these hip skirts, and then we're going to close up this leg, and you can see how it's going to fit back in here. And just watch the tabs. Now you have it. Oh, and make sure you close these toes. I forgot to do that. So close up these toes. They're going to fit right into his back there. Right? And then push them forward. So forward and then the toe down. All right, now that you have that, go ahead and take the entire front part and squeeze together all those parts. And it should all come together even on the bottom. All right. Take these arms, fold them out from the sides, straighten up the toe. I appear to have a loose toe, but it's on a screw, so that's a good thing. You can tighten that up. Back legs, straighten those out. And there is Gutter in his dyno mode. Absolutely wonderful looking. You can see all that chrome comes through in this mode. We'll put the G1 cartoon there so you can take a look as we go around here. Lots of nice details. Really clean. I like that they used the die cast there. It just feels premium. I wasn't able to tighten this. I did tighten that screw. Unfortunately, that joint is just going to be loose. You probably can put some floor polish in there. Let's go over his articulation. So these joints move all the way around and out to the side just a bit. The elbows are ratcheted so you can get it's tight back to here, forward to there, and then these are also ratcheted and it's really tight. Ferry to break it back to there and forward to there, and then the toe tilts. I had to really move this guy to do that. This leg goes out to here all the way around and has a bend here at the knee. The foot can bend back and forth, and then the toe can bend, so you can get him walking if you want to. Back here, the tail just has a very small, almost negligible amount of movement, but it does move. It's just kind of limited there. But overall, pretty good movement. And then on the head, you do get up and down here. It's actually kind of hidden, so it goes up to there, down to there. You can open up this mouth, and there's two little guns in there. You can fold, oops, don't want to do that. You can fold this gun up, and now he's got two flames, and you can of course attach a blast effect to that. So there it is with a Hasbro blast effect. Looks kind of cool. I mean, you could get a more fire-like blast effect and make it look even better. You can take these weapons, you can fold out these little tabs here on the end, and then those can fit into the sides of his legs for additional guns and firepower. Same for this one. You can fold this out and then fit that into there, and now he's got that look for him. I didn't see a way to attach the sword. There isn't really a tab or anything on it, but that looks cool. It's a nice little additional feature that we haven't seen on the Fans Toys Dinos. There's Gutter next to MP10 Optimus Prime and the MP Smokescreen. Looks good, fits in well, nice decent size. I like it. So final thoughts on the Gigapower Gutter Chrome version. Let's start with the positives. The paint is phenomenal. It's out of this world. It just stands out on a shelf. It looks really good from any angle, really, from top to bottom. I also like the accessories they included, the gun, the sword, and this extra piece here. All of it looks good. All of it works in both modes, both the Dino mode and the robot mode. So that's a plus. I also think that the overall size and sculpt and just bulk of this guy really makes him stand out and has a presence on the shelf. Negatives wise, they have minor complaints. I believe the toes could have articulated a little bit more to get them flat on the ground. You know, they're a little bit eliminated due to the way they're designed. So I got this pose pretty easily, but the toes are slightly limited. I also have a loose joint here. This head here tends to pop out, but I can fold it back in. That's it. It's a really good figure. Highly recommend it if you can find it. It is becoming harder to find now. The reissue just came out. This is a reissue, by the way. It did come out recently, and they've already started to disappear. So if you want this guy, you better get it now before the latex starts. That's really it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.